Hey, and we're back again.
Hey
How
guys,
you, how you doing, Shannon?
doing good. Other than the wind about to blow the state away.
I'll trade you my foot of snow that's coming for your wind.
No,
No,
absolutely not.
yeah, I didn't think that would go over big, but well, it's great to be back again with you guys on another Saturday morning here at Comic Book Memories. Been looking forward to doing this one. It's called uh, what did I write? Region Rivalries or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a rivalries anyway. So we picked out a few of our favorites to show along with you. And with any luck, we're going to be joined by a special guest star this morning. So we'll let you know. And as soon as it shows up, we're going to bring him right in. So let's see who we got right now in the peanut gallery. We got Mr. Michael Taylor. Good morning,
Hey,
Michael.
Michael.
All righty. Whoops. Where did it go? There we go. Going to start out good. Feeling pretty good. Yes. Thank you very much, Michael. Yep. Feeling good. Hopefully we stay that way for a while. It'd be a nice change of pace around here. So then we got Mr. Eric Green. Hey, Grampy, figure out the Wi-Fi is going to be a show today. Oh,
You always count on Breen.
yeah, you got me pegged though. Get the Wi-Fi figured. Let's see. And hello, Eric. All righty. So, okie dokie. Got a good start to the group this morning. Whoops, what did I do? There we go. All right. So, we're going to show some books of our favorite rivalries. What do you want to do, Shannon? You want to start off? You want me to go first? What do you want to do?
You can go first.
All righty. Well, let's see what we got over here. All right. Well, me being a Hulk guy, everybody knows I love old J Jaws, so I figured I'd just start out with one of my favorite rivalries that he has, and that's
Wait a minute. I don't want to interrupt you, but you like the Hulk?
Oh, was I not supposed to say that? Even though I'm showing my my DC colors today, with my favorite DC
I got
man.
some stuff to match your shirt, so it's all good. It's all good.
Sounds good. I can't wait to see it. I picked out the Abomination, the Hulk and the Abomination. They got a little bit of history, I think, and aside from any kind of movie thing or anything like that. But we're going to start off with this one here, number 91. I love this cover.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Love the story. And it's a good thing this isn't on the Fossil Show because we might be tripping alarms, right, Mr. Breen? All right. And then the next time I went through and I just went through like the first 200 issues and pulled out covers that had the Abomination on there to show. And this was the next one I got, where Hulk spent a lot of time in space in those early 120s, 130s numbers. So this one here is 137.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's one of my favorite eras of Hulk right there.
Yep.
When he got into after Trippy kind of got his footing and he was doing all the art. Yeah, I really love those.
Yep. It was great. A lot of good stories in there, and a lot of newer characters too, like that. Not Zemnu. What was I can't think of what there was a star guy. I can't remember it, but I always liked this thing. I can't remember what his name was. Now I had it and I lost it. Man, nothing sticks around up here anymore. I'm telling you.
I have that same illness. Yeah.
What's that?
I have that same illness, so don't worry.
Yeah, mine is becoming a little more, commonplace here. But the next one I found was 159, nice white cover with a nice little scene going on there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I really like that one too.
I always like this rivalry because I always kind of put the Abomination, because he was kind of gamma related like Hulk was. I always kind of put him up there as, all right, he's somebody that can give him a fight and go toe to toe with it, So I always and I always loved his face, with the pointed ears and the big eyebrows that are like lumpy rocks or whatever. I don't know what they are,
Yeah, poor man's doomsday.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And then this one here, this was just about the time that I really got to start collecting Hulk all the time and was able to keep up with it monthly for the most part. And it's 171. And it's got Hulk taking on the Abomination and a Rhino.
There you go. So what was his first appearance? Have you got that one? Or is that the
I'm not sure.
Was you showed, or
it might have been that one. I can't remember if it's the one previous to this or not. I want to say there's another one. I thought I want to say he was in a yellow. He had a yellow cover, but I couldn't find it in there. So, which means I've already pulled it for something else and never put it away. So,
funny how that happened.
Yeah, because this doesn't say, anything about it says featuring the Abomination, so that would lead me to believe this isn't the very first appearance.
Right. Yeah.
I think it was in had a yellow cover to it, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was like fighting, going up against was it the Stranger? I can't remember.
Sure.
But okay. So that was the other one was 159. Then we're gonna jump up close to 200 here, where I was really now I was full blown Hulk collecting, and this is 195, and it's the first part of the story. They're fighting in a little amusement park there, and then this was the second part where they're teaming up, they're fighting on the same side. Can't be.
Those were the kind of covers that would grab you as a kid. You're like, what? They're teaming up? It's just like Batman and Joker,
Yep. Because you go from the other cover, and then they're teaming up type of thing. It's like, what kind of world are we living in? So anyway, like I said, I only went up to like the 200. So I grabbed these right here to start us off. So there we go. Got to start with a Hulk. You know me.
Oh yeah. Oh good.
Oh hey, I think we might have a visitor.
We might have a visitor. Uh-oh.
I think so. Hold on. Hey, there he is.
How you guys doing? Hi, Shannon.
Hey,
all right, how are you?
In the house.
Good morning to you.
Morning.
Captain,
great to have you with us.
Yes, I've been waiting for a long time, but I've been having issues with my leg and my knee, but I'm finally glad to be able to do something again and be on this show. I've been wanting to be on it for the longest time.
Well, we believe me and Shannon's talked about having you on since before we began the show, because as everybody knows, I've said it a million times in videos, there wouldn't be a Dr. Silver Age, sir, without you.
You gotta stop.
That's not hyperbole. That's not nothing. That's just that's the honest truth.
You gotta stop with all the accolades.
Oh no, we're not gonna stop.
Anyway.
You were one of
the. Can you hear me all right and everything?
Yep.
Okay,
hear
good.
You. Yep.
Good deal.
You were one of the first person I believe that I contacted after seeing your video, your house tour video, and I wrote you a comment on there, and you replied back. You were one of the first people to welcome me into the community, and I really greatly appreciate that.
I
I'll always
appreciate
remember
you
that.
guys too, man. You know, it's always nice
Yeah.
to have some people that are close to my age, but not really that close. You know, I'm freaking
Close
71 now.
Right.
Most people don't realize I'm 71 years old now.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't look that
71.
bad.
Really? I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have guessed that. Seriously.
Yeah, I don't know. I like to lie about it like women do about their age, but I figure what the hell? I'm not a woman, so and I don't want to be.
Oh,
I remember the first video I saw. He was looking up, and he had like one whole room, and it was nothing but like movie posters and toys and comic books. Says, "Oh, look, he's got Harvey and he's got Charlton comics on his bed over here." I was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
there are other people like me, So
I just got out of my bedroom, a while ago. I was looking for some stuff to bring down here, and then I got out of the door, and then I looked back in, and I said, I'll never be able to make another video in here. It's impossible, man. I can barely fit in that room, let alone down here.
Yeah.
But I remember doing that video, yeah.
That's
that was incredible. The whole that one that you walk when I watched that first video, and I've watched it probably a good dozen times since then, because it's just fascinating to me. The amount of stuff that you have down there in the world of stuff.
Oh man,
it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I know it's ridiculous though. In a way, I'm overwhelmed a lot of times. I ran out of room, man. We're gonna get out of the city anyway sometime, and hopefully in the next year, and get a bigger house.
Oh, cool.
Because
Yeah.
I don't like
More
the idea.
stuff.
I don't like the idea of downsizing too much, but I know I'm gonna have to a little bit, but
Yeah.
not to the point where I have to get rid of so much stuff. I'm not
You
gonna
just
do
need
that.
one house to live in and one house for all your stuff.
There you go.
Well, we were talking about. My wife was talking about that. You need your own house with all your stuff. So,
Might not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
The lighting here, the lighting doesn't look so good here, does it? Kind of dark.
Well, I've got like 4 or 5 different sources of light, and I finally got it where it's like, okay, it's not terrible, but it's passable.
I thought I had it all the way up. Let me try something. We get a better light over here. Hold on a second.
All righty.
See what I mean? I got to move sideways.
That was this room a few years ago. Same way.
Yeah, same thing down here. And it's still pretty much, when I come in from this side over here, I have to walk sideways down a little, like a 5-foot area, because there's just no room in the inn. No room at the inn.
Yeah, it's all the way up there. I can't do anything about that, man. Unless I put my head in around this way.
There you go.
That's
Nice,
it.
OG.
We're ready to go.
All right. Are we on already? Live?
We are live. Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't know.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it says right there. You're already 15 minutes in. Okay.
So, Captain, tell us about the origins of Captain Stranglife. How did you get started in this crazy world of pop culture and comic books?
Oh. Well, my family came over here from Germany in 1957. We immigrated here legally. My uncle sponsored us. And almost immediately, this was like in June or July that we arrived in to New York port of entry. I forgot what it was called. Not Ellis Island. I don't think it even existed was open at that time anymore. But anyway, almost immediately, my brother Ernst got caught up. He finished high school here, and then he got caught up in the rock music here, and everything that had to do with rock music and rock culture. He was buying the magazines and everything, and I was listening to the music, and I was we got our first, and that's how I got interested in American rock and roll music. And then in '58, we got our first TV that we ever had. And the thing that I started watching on TV that just fascinated me to no end was all these shows like Crusader Rabbit, which was the first ongoing cartoon series in the United States, or maybe even the world. And then the Harvey Toon show, not the New Casper TV show. That started, I think, in '62. And then I was seeing all these characters, Spooky and Casper, and I just got enthralled with that. I couldn't get my eyes off of that. I lived for all this American pop culture stuff. Laurel and Hardy on TV, and the Harvey Toons characters. And then and I was watching all this. Then I watched the Superman TV show, the late '50s, and the reruns after Steve Reeves, I guess, committed suicide. It was kind of controversial. They're saying now he really did commit suicide, or somebody shot him. I don't know. But anyway, so '59, that was the death of Buddy Holly and all that, and then my brother was playing all the music, the Buddy Holly music. I got all his original records, and
oh, cool.
It was one day then, I think 1961, my mother, I had never, heard of comic books at that time. I was going to public school, and I never seen any kids bring, you always hear about kids bringing comics to school and putting them in between their books and stuff like that. I never experienced any of that. I never saw it. In '61, she was a summer of '61. She went and took me with her to downtown Chicago. And I forget, I think it was Michigan Avenue. There was all these tall buildings, and I'm looking up at all these tall buildings. I never seen anything like this before. I mean, everything in America was like, wow, why did I ever live where I lived before? And all of a sudden, she goes to this newsstand, because at that time you had a lot of different language papers. You had Polish language papers, German language papers, and she'd go a lot of times to downtown, not just for the paper, but to go to Marshall Fields. And then she would stop then to get the newspaper. So I'm there. This is the first time that I went with her, and she got the newspaper, and I'm looking up, and I said, holy cow, there's all these comic magazine. He had them on a wire going across the front of the newsstand, and then on either side he had books and magazine with more comics, and in the back he had a lot of newspapers, and in the front, newspapers, and then the outside, all the stuff, but I'm looking at the comic books, and I'm seeing all these Harvey Toon characters that I never saw before. They're all in full color. My eyes were popping out of my head. These are all, characters that I love on TV in black and white, and here they are in full-blown color. I'm just mesmerized. I couldn't stop looking. I begged my mom to let me buy a comic book, or to buy me a comic book, and she pulled out a nice, shiny Roosevelt dime. I can still remember the shininess of that dime, and then I had to pick out a comic, and I can't, for the life of me, remember what it was, but Hot Stuff was on the cover, and there was a Hot Stuff story in it, and I had never, seen Hot Stuff before, even in the Harvey Toons. I don't even know if there ever was a Hot Stuff cartoon. I don't think that there was.
I don't remember seeing one. No,
there probably wasn't, right? I
don't remember seeing one. No.
Heard of one.
Yeah.
Let me. I got to turn up this volume. Okay. Yeah, because I think maybe Harvey, the animation and the Harvey maybe might have tried a few times, but I think I read somewhere at some point that there was it would have been too controversial to have a devil, a comic book with a devil in it or something. So they didn't do it, but I think that's right. But don't, quote me on it. But anyway, that's a character I never saw. So I had to get that comic book, with Casper. There was Spooky in there, and but it was that comic book with the Red Devil that I never saw before. So that got me started on the comic books and collected nothing but Harvey up until about 1963. Was all Harvey for me, and that started me on a lifelong passion for it, And then that coupled with, you want to know how I got the name Captain Strangelife?
Sure.
Yeah.
We want to know everything.
Well, the captain actually came from, my childhood when we did get the TV. I was watching a lot of the old Errol Flynn movies, the pirate films. Captain Blood. There was the Seahawk and Against All Flags, and then they had later on in 62 or 3, there was a movie that came out called Morgan the Pirate, Captain Morgan, and then Captain Kidd and Captain Mara. Everything was Captain, so I decided, put Captain in front of my, in front of at the beginning of my title, and I came up with Strangelife because everybody that ever came down here and saw my collection, man, you're a strange man. You got a strange life. Everything was strange about me, so I'm Captain Strangelife,
That's perfect.
Oh man, that's cool.
That's how I came up with the freaking name.
Oh,
man, that black and white TV, man, and seeing those comics in color, man, it just blew my mind. All those, colors just racing around in my mind. I never saw anything like it before, and then I was hooked ever since.
now, did you say it was 1963 is when you started seeing other comic books?
Yeah, I had a friend of mine named John McWayne, and we lived in the Lakeview neighborhood. My parents, up until the summer of 63, we lived in Rascal Village, and then my father and my brother, they were working, by that time, and they were saving a lot of money. We had enough money to buy a house, so he bought this a 3-stone house with 3 apartments in it. It's not a brownstone; it was a red stone, and I made some friends in the neighborhood. John McWayne was the guy that I first became friends with, and he introduced me to. I was reading comic books one time, and he came over to my house, and we're talking about, the monster models and stuff like that, which I started to get into. And he said, "You got a lot of Harvey comics. Have you ever read Spider-Man?" And I said, "Who? What? Spider-Man?" He said, "Yeah, well, you mean Superman?" I said, something like this. I don't remember the exact, but I kept thinking he was mistaken and was talking about Superman. No, Spider-Man. I got Spider-Man comics at home. You should come over to my house, or I can bring them over here. So one day he did, and I'm looking at this. Wow. I didn't, know that there were any, Spider-Man comics out there. So I started reading his Spider-Man comics. I think it was 11 and 12. I think there was one with Mysterio. I don't know. Can't remember what issue that was. But then I started going to the store called OK Variety, on Southport Avenue. It was a mom and pop store that sold comics and stuff. And I went there and I going on the spinner rack. I mean, I knew that there were other comics. There was Superman and there were Gold Key comics and Dell. I knew there were other comics, but for me, it was always the Harvey stuff, even though I picked up other comics. I even might have had a Green Lantern in my hand at one point, but I never really bought any of the other stuff. And then I saw Spider-Man that John McWayne was talking about, and I picked it up, and it just happened to be the first issue. I pulled it out of number 14.
Oh yes,
Which was, and it's still, this is still my original copy off the rack. This is it. That's the first one I ever, non-Harvey comic I ever bought, man.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Got the Hulk and the Green Goblin in it.
Yeah, this lighting is pretty. I don't know if that works, but this thing is. brought it home. I folded it, so I was, I didn't want people to see I was reading comic books or something, but it still got my fold crease in it. I don't know if you can see it in there, but it's there.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I don't know. Shit, let me see.
And still, that looks like a pretty nice copy right there.
Yeah. That's cool.
It comes right down the middle, right down there. Not real bad, but this is no good.
That's a beauty.
Lighting. Man, the lighting is bad. That's better, I think.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. That's still a good looking copy.
Oh yeah.
Shit. But it's there. The fold crease is there, and that's what I did. I'm lucky I didn't fold it and then flatten it in my back pocket. I remember carrying it like this. But that's it, and I still got it.
That's amazing.
It's
To be able to still have that copy from your childhood. That's
got
amazing.
creases and stuff here, but
Yeah, most of my original copies, they're either coverless or they got tape on the staples.
oh yeah.
But I saved a whole lot of them, so
That's my first book, and then also John McWayne asked me about if I read Fantastic Four. That I never heard of that either, and then he introduced me to all this other stuff that I started to look for, and then I started the serious collecting with that issue. Spider-Man 14, that's what got me on serious collecting. But I never gave up collecting Harveys because I just loved those books and those characters, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was some of the first stuff that I ever read. It was Harvey, and I had 3 cousins that were all girls, and they were all like a little bit older than me, and there was always a stack of Archie comics, laying around. I mean, Betty and Veronica and Archie and Jughead and, Archie's TV Laugh Out and all that great stuff, from the 60s and 70s. And that's what I first got into. And then, along the way, there's like some scattered Superman books or whatever. But yeah, I still love all the Harvey and Archie stuff.
They had so your sisters had them scattered all over the place. The Archie comics.
Yeah, with my cousins. Yeah,
your cousins.
Yeah, Archie's and yeah, they had the Archie records and I mean the whole deal. I mean they were just like Archie fanatics.
Were they?
Broke my heart when I found out.
Go ahead.
What's that?
Broke your heart? What? No, were they taking care of their books, or were they scattered all over the place?
They were scattered. I mean, nobody knew how to take care of comic books. I mean, it was one of those things Rod and I talked about. It was just to everybody else, it was just throwaway entertainment. It was like the newspaper. You'd read it, you throw it in a pile next to the little wicker basket next to the chair, and sooner or later it would be gone, or you would trade it with a cousin or a friend or something. So, I would, and I've actually picked up a few of those comics that I remembered, along the way. But yeah, nobody knew back then. So
yeah. Well, I guess Gratu was always saying that it's his opinion that guys always took better care of their books than the girls did, but my experiences has always been, kind of the opposite. That girls were taking better care of their books than some of the guys. I mean, I carried that, and I folded it. But
man, I used to cut out some of the characters on the covers of my comics. Till I learned, took me a while to learn. Oh man, I've destroyed that cover now. But they were like my action figures,
Yeah. But you know what? You're talking about this. I came across a couple of comic books that I must have bought, I don't know, 40 years ago. They were old comic books at 25 cents, and they had, cutouts in them with females and males and very unusual, positions, and they were still stuck in the comic book. Somebody cut them out and did something with them to make it look.
No.
Yeah. I was more pissed that I just discovered they were cut out, but the cutouts were still in. They're still in there.
Jeez.
So it was really weird. Maybe some kid was doing it and then hiding it in the. I don't know.
Probably.
That was it. The guys did all sorts of crazy stuff. I got comics where jungle comics from the golden age where kids would put little hair in some places, and then they would put what would try to make it look like nipples on the bikini leopard outfit that maybe the Jungle Girl was wearing. You know, crazy stuff like that. So, and I write it on the back. I write on the back what's in there. You know, so it's kind of funny what kids did back then. Well, part of the history, though. I mean, I get kids did it back then. You know, it was a different time. You know, more morality.
Yes.
You know,
Yes. Well, I'm going to jump into the chat here and catch up on that so we can see who else is jumping in here. We got Alan from After Comics. Good morning, Alan. Hello, and a few till I have to start broadcasting at a car dealership. Good to see you both. Well, thank you very much. Always great to have you in the Peanut Gallery. And we got Mr. Eric Breen. Yes, sir. Great to see you too. Right, glad you're feeling better. Thank you very much.
How you guys doing? Dr. Von Chilla.
Yeah, and After Comics, Alan says Hulk 102 to 202 is his favorite run. That's a really nice run. It is.
Yeah.
Michael Taylor, was it the Abomination in the very first Hulk movie?
Second one, wasn't it?
I was going to say, I thought it was the second one, but I could be wrong. Fantastic Hulk books. Thank you, sir. Maya Greenblatt, welcome aboard.
Hey, Meyer. Hey, Michael Taylor, how you doing?
There you go. Maya. And Dr. Von Chilla. John.
Another doctor in the house. Good morning.
Howdy, y'all. All righty. It's old home week at the home. Says Eric.
Home week.
Must have been following Captain for at least 7 or 8 years now. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Well, most of my stuff is in 2 rooms, and I keep those doors closed. Smart man. All right. Miss Michael Taylor. Harvey started Captain's love for comics. Yes, sir. And the loves rainy day. Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. The rainy day, how you got onto the rainy day things. I know you love those covers.
Well, when I was a kid, you know, there were days when you couldn't go outside because it was raining, you know, and I just loved reading the comic books. And my mother, we had a pantry right off the kitchen, and I turned that pantry like into a little fantasy land, I guess, kind of. I took cardboard, I made it look like a rocket ship, you know, and I painted dials on it and drew stuff on it to make it seem like I was a rocket ship blasting off, you know. And that would be where I would hang out and read, you know, all my comic books on a rainy day, you know, and that was just kind of fun for me.
Wow.
That's cool.
That was
I love those stories, weird, man.
Yeah.
And good morning to Plants Printed Periodicals. He says good morning to us. Great to have you on board, sir. And Ranger Sly is back again. Great to have you here today. All right. Doing good, Ranger. Thank you very much for asking, sir. Doing real good. All righty. Howdy, howdy. Everybody saying howdy to everybody. Fantastic memory, Captain, says Michael.
Thank you, sir.
And we got Mastodon Comics. Good morning, sir. Dr. Von Chilla, in this issue, the awesome origin of Captain Strangelife. Absolutely. Been looking forward to having the good captain on for quite a while now. Good morning, Mastodon. And good morning, James Higgins.
James in here. Yeah.
All right. I love that you folded it, Hans. It provides evidence to your story as a collector that book's own journey. That book's own journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my copy, all right.
Absolutely amazing.
I always bring that thing out and look at it once in a while for nostalgic reasons, not just for the story itself in there, but for nostalgia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I tell you, Captain, that's why I look at a lot of my books when I go through long boxes and stuff there's always a book. And, I always say every book in the collection's got a story.
Yeah.
It's got a story behind it, where I got it.
Yeah.
Who I got it from. And it's just, sometimes it's like looking through an old photo album,
Right. It's like everybody can remember where they were, when Kennedy got assassinated. Everybody knows what they were doing and where they were. Sometimes it's the same thing with, some of your first comic books, You can't get
Absolutely.
that out of your mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's so much fun. You can remember the store that you bought them with. You can remember the circumstance you bought them in. My father buying me one or something like that, or we stopped in to get a milkshake, and stuff like all that stuff. Just I can't remember what I had for breakfast 2 days ago, but I can remember stuff that happened in 1968.
Yeah, yeah,
that's the truth.
Same way.
Mastodon Comics says, "I love that you folded in hands of." Okay, I read that one. I'm sorry. Okay, absolutely amazing. You still have the childhood ASM 14. Yes, that's incredible.
Dr. Von kept it in better condition.
My sisters all had Archies and Lois Lanes and loved comics. As the only boy in the family, I had the superhero books.
Hey, he had the best of both worlds right there.
Yeah. Michael told you the comics are still popping on the colors are still popping on that ASM 14. Absolutely. That was a really nice copy for being your childhood copy. I mean, it really is.
I guess, I wish I had a better one, but I'm happy to have that. So
I agree. Plants printed periodicals. I started collecting in the early 80s and would save all my comics in the plastic sleeves I would get from my paper route. Smart man. Yeah. Smart That's man.
Cool. Well, look at that. Yeah.
Ranger Sly says, question for the captain. How did you meet Leo from Time Travel Comics?
Oh, well, that was in 2012. I had, full knee replacements on my right knee. I had a full knee replacement. And when I got out of a skilled nursing home, I had to go for therapy. And I went to a place called, I can't remember what it was originally called, Athletico or something like that, where he worked. And that's how Leo, is a physical therapist. So that's where I went, and that's how I met him. He was working on my leg, and I was making jokes about, crying for my mother, Mommy, it hurts, just joking around. And he was laughing, and then he said something. Something about a comic book, it sounded like I was in a Archie comic or something like that. I'm not sure. But then we started talking about comics, and I told him, yeah, I'm a big collector of comics. He collected comic books, and he's also an artist. So we just started to talk, and we became friends. And been friends ever since. That was in 2012. He's got his own therapy clinic, now. So I still go there sometimes when I need therapy and stuff. But that's how I met him when I had my knee replacement in 2012.
Oh, cool deal.
Yeah. All righty. Let's see. Graphic Man. Hey, Micah. Good morning, sir. Hey, look, it's Motion and Larry.
I'm not going to ask who's who.
Oh, really?
What about Curly? I could take my hair off and be curly.
Chef Lives. Dr. Muncho chiming in. I love it. Every book has a story. Some stories should remain silent.
Yes.
Yes,
indeed.
That's why this is a family channel.
That's it. Mastodon says, hell yeah, I just did that the other day and looked through a book I hadn't for several years. It's amazing how vividly I remember some of those panels. It's amazing. You pull up some of them books, man, and take you right back to where you were, what you were thinking. You remember what you were doing, what was going on in your life.
Yeah.
The other thing that does that for me, aside from comics, is I also collect vintage TV guides. And boy, reading through some of them old TV guides, I can remember what I was thinking, what I was doing. Oh, I had to make sure I was in to watch Dark Shadows at 4:00, stuff like that.
I like
Michael,
that.
what's that?
Oh, yeah.
I like what Michael Taylor's saying. You can't replace the childhood fingerprints and memories.
Very
Perfect.
good.
Perfect.
Absolutely. Couldn't said it better myself. Eric Breen says, I was teething when Kennedy was assassinated.
That's a nice memory, my friend.
Oh my goodness. Meyer says, you can't tell the players without the program. And Eric says, neither can they. Very true. Michael Taylor says, hello, Graphic Man. And Dr. Ventura also says, Graphic Man is in the house. All righty. Well, we are caught up on the peanut gallery. Do you want to show some books, Captain, or would you like Shannon to go ahead? Or
well, yeah, you were talking about what rivalries and stuff.
Yeah.
That was like a last minute thing for me. So I had, I'm having a hard time finding stuff like that, and there's so much of it. There's
hey, we don't have to. You're the captain. We don't have to stick to the schedule.
Yeah, there were a lot of. Besides Betty and Veronica, that's the obvious one. The rivalry between Betty and Veronica, and
I didn't even think about that. That's cool.
Yeah, Reggie and Archie.
Sure.
And, Godzilla and all his Rodan. I pulled this out. I bought this recently.
All right. I'm going to put you on Spotlight here.
Oh, Spotlight.
Whoops. If I knew how to do it.
Yeah, I look like you now.
There we go.
Oh, that's cool.
They just
that is neat.
Godzilla and all his nemesis there. I guess you can call that a rivalry. And then,
that was always big on Saturday afternoons on Creature Double Feature when they'd show a Godzilla movie versus Rodan or somebody like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or Mothra,
Gamera, all of those, Baragon, all of those crazy Japanese.
Yeah, Gamera
He
was a turtle, right? Wasn't he the giant turtle?
Yeah. Fire-breathing turtle.
But they were fun to watch, a lot of fun. And they still are.
Absolutely.
Here's Showcase 75, this is a real
nice.
Oh yeah.
A real rivalry between this is not the one I'm talking about. This is 73. What am I doing here? Wait a minute.
That's okay. I love the creeper.
Hey, show anything you
want.
want.
A rivalry.
That's it.
Oh, this is what I wanted to show you. Yeah, 75. This is a real rivalry between these two brothers,
Oh yeah, that's true.
The Hawk and the Dove.
Very good. Yeah.
One uses extreme measures for fighting crime, and the other one is more
passive.
Yeah, more passive. So this is the first appearance of these guys.
Yeah, that's
excellent.
That's a book that's on my list. I just completed the Hawk and Dove series, but I need that first appearance.
Who made that first appearance?
I said I just completed the Hawk and Dove series, but I need that first appearance.
Yeah, I think there weren't that many in the series, and
I think there was 5, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think there was 5.
In Showcase? You mean in Showcase?
No, in the regular series.
No, in the regular series. Yeah.
And then he came back and tried again in the second series, and I think that only lasted 2 issues.
Yeah.
In another series. Then there's the rivalry between Thor and Loki.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
There's
Yeah.
always these, stuff like that. But of course, this is a rivalry too. I mean, Green Goblin and Spider-Man,
sure.
that went on and on for a long time, and
That's it.
ultimately ended in Gwen Stacy's death. And it was weird. The Goblin got supposedly killed when he was impaled by his own rocket device that he was flying around on. Remember that?
Yeah.
And supposedly he survived that. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. But let's see here. Intermission time.
I need a copy of that.
Yeah.
I just dropped something. What was that? But I wanted to bring out these. Oh, here's more. Forgot I got these in here. Here's Godzilla #1 from from Marvel Comics.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Where we're talking about, we're talking about the rivalry between Godzilla and other monsters. But that's another #1, another #1. They don't show. I don't think I see any of the other. Any other of his nemesis in any of these on any of these covers, but it's weird to see this one. Look at #3.
Yeah, with the champions. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of bizarre to see that.
Mm.
Yeah,
Godzilla, the champions.
They just kind of inserted him into the Marvel universe there.
Yeah, that's what they were doing.
Oh, that's a nice cover.
Got that at my comic shop.
Excellent, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's pretty, and there's Mothra up there. Or no, what is it? If that, I don't know. That's a pretty bizarre looking Mothra up there. That does look like a moth, but
it does, yeah.
It doesn't look like Mothra unless it's in a different stage.
Yeah, I thought that was some of Herb Trimpe's best stuff, along with the Hulk.
Yeah, this is really nice working. And they enslaved. This is weird. How do they do that?
I was just watching the Godzilla movie last night, the one with Godzilla versus King Kong there.
Oh yeah.
Not the original, but the latest one they've done.
Oh yeah. I watched that one. That's good.
I thought the original one was that the early 60s. Mm-hmm. That was kind of fun to watch, where Godzilla's throwing stuff at him, and he's King Kong's batting it away. Like they were playing baseball. Weirdest thing.
Oh,
yeah. Las Vegas. But anyway, I could show you this other stuff later, but this is what I'm talking about when I kind of was growing up. When I was growing up, everything fascinated me on TV. It was the Howdy Doody show that I used to watch, but I never owned a comic book until a little while ago. A few months ago when I got this. It's kind of a bizarre cover,
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, you better hope that trunk ain't gonna go anywhere else. And then always seeing the Terry Tunes, and the Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pig, I was watching all of that on there.
Oh, yeah.
And all the Bugs Bunny stuff, that came later, but
still great stuff of Saturday mornings, man.
Yeah, and then of course, this was always my favorite. And then you can see the Ghostly Trio. This is a rivalry too between Casper and the Ghostly Trio, because they were always calling him a little do-gooder, which he was, and they were always getting into mischief, and he's always trying to resolve the problems that they're making. So that's kind of a rivalry there, right there, between Casper and the Ghostly Trio.
What I liked about the Harvey comics, we didn't see a whole lot of them around this area, but they always had the lineup of what was in the book on the left-hand side there. They
Yeah.
would show,
Well-
like that one there showed, who was going to be, what stories were in the book and stuff. I always liked that. I don't know why, but
I always liked it too, because it would advertise, what you're going to get inside the book. But sometimes, a lot of times it wasn't there.
right.
They just had Casper, but the Ghostly Trio isn't a story in this book.
Yeah. But that
Mm.
always fascinated me that they did that, because I think and that's probably the reason why I like floating heads on the comics, like when the Justice League does their roll call on the side of the cover and stuff. Like, I just always liked that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the floating head kind of thing. I like the TV tube stuff like this,
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I never did get into floating heads too much. I don't know why. I got more, but I'll show them later.
All righty. Let's see. How about Shannon? We're gonna go to you, and whoops, where'd you go?
I'm still here.
How do I get you down in that spotlight thing? There we go.
Okay.
All right.
We talked when we were coming on. Your stacks were a little Marvel heavy, and mine. And I figured, okay, well, mine's probably gonna be a little bit more DC heavy. So one of my favorite rivalries was always. Let's put this.
There we go.
Was always Flash and his rogues, and Flash and Professor Zoom. Yeah, there you go. So I'm gonna show a few of that.
Representing.
There you go. Here's two Flashes fighting a couple of the rogues.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's on my get list, brother. That's on my get list.
That's a good one, man. I think I've got all the all the early Earth 1, Earth 2 team ups. Here's a cover I always liked. Flash 174.
Oh yeah.
With some rogues there.
Yeah.
I always thought between him and Batman, they always had like the greatest villains.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't a Rogue or Professor Zoom, but I always thought this rivalry was kind of cool when they had the Superman Flash races.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought that Flash was superior in speed.
Oh yeah. Well, they kind of established it in the last, however many years, since he was from the Speed Force.
Uh-huh.
He was like the fastest one.
I remember seeing their two-parter there in World's Finest. Man, that hooked me on the Superman Flash.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I just got those books a few months ago.
Yeah.
Here's a giant size one. It's got a Professor Zoom reprint.
Square bound.
Square bound. You gotta love the square bound books. And here's another giant size with another Zoom reprint.
Oh, I love those giant size, man. I just love those things.
They're just so much. It's Rod and I always talk sort of if you don't know anything about the characters, I mean, you get like the 100 pagers and the square bounds and the giant sizes. And it's like an instant comic history lesson,
Yeah, I usually buy those when I see them. I'm not a big Flash fan, but you're right. I always love the 25 centers and the 100 pagers. I always pick them up when I see them.
Oh yeah, we're the same. Here's a nice cover. Some more of the rogues on it.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Here's some more Zoom. Got Green Lantern chained up in the background.
Excellent.
Is that Wally West? Who's the other guy in the yellow?
That's Professor Zoom.
It is?
That's Flash, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that much about the Flash history, that is.
Eobard Thawne.
Eobard Thawne, yeah.
I don't know how you say that name, but
yeah, I think that's the way you say it. Anyway, it was said it on TV anyway.
I've never heard of anybody being named Eobard.
And there's some more Flash and the Rogues.
What's he pointing at?
I think he's He's
Yeah,
ripping
he
the
got his
poster.
little. I forget who the villain was there, but he was like using his got a little blade on his cane, and he was like crossing an X through him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It looks kind of, well, precarious there.
Those had the good Green Lantern backup features too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like 3 issues, I think, where Neil Adams did the art. I think it was
Yeah.
217 through 219. Yeah.
Yep.
Here's another good cover. I like this story.
Yes. Man, that's nice stuff.
Yep. And one more.
Yes, sir. Rebub.
Yeah, I'd like to have that first appearance of Zoom, but that's a pricey book.
I
Yeah.
thought a lot of the Flash comics were coming down in price. I heard.
Oh,
I
really?
don't know. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know.
Well, that'd be good.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind
No,
that a bit.
prices going
Maybe
down.
not so much the real big key issues, but
Yeah.
generally coming down. I don't know.
Yeah. Flash the Rogues Convention.
Well,
That's a childhood copy right there. You can
Kind of froze there.
creases in it. Yeah, I don't know.
Did he
Record
freeze?
store, 15%.
still getting the
tag on it.
sound. There we
Still
go.
had the. Yeah.
Is that sticker on
That
the
one's seen
comic
its
or the
better
plastic?
days. Yeah, that's on the
Is that-
comic. I found this. I found this in an old used record store. I didn't
Oh.
have it, so I just wanted to read it again, but I haven't upgraded it yet. But I still see a lot of stuff in flea markets and peddlers malls where they'll put like a sticker directly on the comic. I'm like, no, no.
Yep.
This is later on when Carmine Infantino came back on the Flash.
Nice black cover. And
Yeah, I
that's
like that.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the Flash has had enough. He just finally had to kill him.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
Could have saved himself a lot of grief if he'd have just thought of that earlier.
Yeah.
That's it.
Put
Put
him
him
in
in
the
the box.
ground.
An old pine box.
I got one more here. Oh no. I thought I was kissing my husband, but it's actually you again.
No. Say it ain't so, Iris.
Yeah. All right, that's all I got for now.
All righty. Well, we're going to jump back into the peanut gallery, see what's going on with them. And we're being joined by Mr. Orloff.
Pastor.
Good morning, sir. And Mastodon Comics Doc. I've been watching Dark Shadows. I'm up to the introduction of Jason McGuire and Willie Loomis. Oh, yes. Willie Loomis, that scum. Michael Taylor says the captain steers the ship without a doubt. Without a doubt. And Micah, Mr. Graphic Man, was reminiscing with the fossils about a Captain America book, The Swine Nazi. And after the show, Eric Breen also said it made an impact on him. These stories can be so ingrained in our subconscious.
Yeah.
And Mr. Meyer, I'm also watching Dark Shadows on Prime, season 4 currently. I used to get mad if my mom wouldn't call me in at 4:00 to watch Dark Shadows. Man, I was hooked on that.
Good show.
Yeah, I love watching that show too after school.
Hey, Tom. Good to see
Hey,
you.
all right. Hippies Collectibles is in the house. Rod, Shannon, and the Captain. Three amigos.
Hey.
Rod, glad to see you feeling better. Thank you very much, sir. Greatly appreciate that. Whoops. All righty. Still got a few more here to go. Don't forget to smash that like button. Thank you very much, Mr. Mastodon. Appreciate it. Michael Taylor says a few days ago, it was King Kong's 90th anniversary. I did not know that.
Wow. It's been a while.
He doesn't look a day over 50.
Yeah.
Mastodon Comics and Music. Those Silver Age showcases had great cover layouts. Yes, they did. A lot of really nice books came out of there. Hello, Hippies Collectibles, he says. Dr. Von Schiller, regarding Dark Shadows, Barnabas got more attention, but as a kid, I was fascinated and frightened by Quentin. Yes, he'd transform into the werewolf, and I'd hide behind my mother's chair. I agree with you. Quentin was a little more creepier to me than Barnabas was.
I love the song that they produced on a 45, the Quentin's theme.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Quentin's theme. That was a big hit.
Really?
Oh, cool.
1969, yeah.
Now I got to go hunt that down.
Yeah.
I'll have to hunt that down. It's just so I can hear it.
You can go to YouTube. It'll be on YouTube.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Quentin's theme.
You know what I just bought yesterday off of eBay? I didn't know they existed. You remember the Hardy Boys cartoon from the late 60s?
I don't remember that. I remember the Hardy,
You remember the TV show probably.
Yeah.
No, this was the cartoon from like, I think 68, 69, 70, somewhere in there. But they did like the Archies did. You know, they'd play some music in somewhere in the story. And then I found out that I love bubblegum pop music. So Archies and stuff like that. I love that stuff. So then I found out that they produced 2 albums, these Hardy Boys from the cartoon. So I found them on eBay. They're on the way.
I just loaded some stuff up on Instagram, bubblegum music with the Ohio Express and the Fifth Estate and the Archies. Yeah.
Oh, cool stuff.
I love that stuff. Bobby Sherman, all that stuff. I love that stuff. Yeah. Graphic Man says, only a true collector can relate to the sheer agony I am in right now. I have 5 Mylars left, but 6 books to bag.
Oh, dear Lord.
Ooh. That is a tragedy right there.
That's a conundrum. That is a conundrum.
It certainly is.
Dr. V. Howdy, Dom. Always great to share your company. Hippies having a blazer of a day. Yes, sir. Blazer, baby. Blazer. Meyer says, I love those miniature twin girls who sing the Mothra song. Oh, I remember them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
The little twin fairies or whatever.
Yeah. So far, Laura Collins is the one that creeped me out. Oh, for Dark Shadows, yeah. Dr. Von Schiller, Graphic Man, yes, indeed, the anxiety is real. It took me decades to get the entire collection in Mylar. I got my first Mylar Snugs in 1982. If I wanted to get Mylars on all my books, man, I'd have to
go broke.
Go
broke.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I
save Mylar for the keys.
Show them Dells, Hans. That's what Hippie's saying. Show the Dells.
Yeah, I gotta go upstairs if I try to find those. But
all right, when did Saturday morning cartoon lineup start? That's a good question. They were running away by the time I started watching.
Probably with Hanna-Barbera, maybe 64 or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
That's a good question. That's a good thing. I'd wonder that. Yeah. I'll have to hunt down some old TV guides.
Yeah, they used to have those ads in the comics about the new cartoons coming on Saturday mornings from CBS and NBC and ABC.
Yeah. That was great. You used to live for August because August they'd start showing the commercials for the new cartoons that were coming on. You know? Graphic Man says, hello, Dr. Von Schiller. One of these books is going to have to be content with one of my old hand-me-down bags. Too many jokes, too little time. Fantastic books, Captain, says Michael Taylor.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Dr. Von Schiller, Graphic Man, the more I remember, the more anxious I became. Fortunately, I got some Ativan handy.
Ativan.
And I know how to deal with past trauma. There we go.
I use Alprazolam. That's what I use. Xanax.
Oh, yeah.
Shannon,
you're right.
You have to put Spider-Man villains up there as well.
This is true.
Maya says, but can it really be running? But what's he really running from, kids?
Yeah.
Does Squarebound only apply comic books, or is it generally magazine term?
That's a good question too.
Yeah. I mean, I just always hear it referred to for comic books.
Squarebound.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that was anything though. I mean, you have the pulps and like all the sci-fi mags and all that.
Yep.
Damn, Shannon, that Rogues Gallery flash cover is a blazer.
Yep. It's a good one.
Eobard seems very Shakespearean to me. Holy mackerel, we got the chat is hopping here. All right. Ranger Sly says, same here, Captain. I always picked up giant size issues, even from series I don't collect.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
Oh, yeah.
Because what is the only thing better than a comic book? A giant size comic book, of course.
Yeah, it's like Shannon says, a lot of these books, even though they have reprints in them, those big ones, you learn a lot. You can get a lot of the history going too. And they're fun to read. The old stories are always fun to read. Rather read all that stuff than the feces coming in the comic books today.
It's true.
Graphic Man says, I agree that Batman and Spider-Man had great villains, but I still have to rank the Fantastic Four at the top. Hard to dethrone Doctor Doom, Galactus, and the Skrulls.
I was going to mention that too, but I didn't want to say anything. I'm glad that Micah said it, because I think that Fantastic Four had a great history of all these different villains. I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many great groups. Graphic Man, FF villains as well, yes. Nice flash book, Shannon.
Thank you, Michael.
And Dr. Von Chilla says, I'm quite sure I met Iris a few decades ago. Oh, man. All right. Good morning to Spinnerack Studios. Good morning, sir.
Hey, morning.
Appears some guy from Chicago has crashed your party.
Yeah, we've been trying to get him crashed for a while.
Yeah. Sorry, Dave. Sorry.
Big fan of the DeFranco family. Oh, I remember the DeFranco family.
Yeah.
It's something about a heartbeat. Something like that.
Heartbeat,
I think that's it.
Yeah. I remember that one.
We were talking about this the other day, about bands like, of course, me and Rod are big Cow Sales fans and Monkeys and,
Oh, I got to show my record collection sometimes. I got signed stuff by the Monkeys. I got
wow.
I got an album signed by. I got one signed by Paul McCartney and John Lennon, but not the other two guys. I got stuff. That's a lot of signed stuff. Donovan and Paul Revere and the Raiders, the Turtles.
Oh yeah, Turtles.
Wow.
Herman and the Hermits. I got signed. I saw them live out here in Elmwood Park. Herman and the Hermits back about 15 years ago, and he signed some of my albums that I had.
Oh, that is cool, man.
And he was on stage. He was on stage, and I was showing this album, Herman Hermit's the Greatest Hits, and he picked it up. I was right in front of the stage, and the music was so loud with the speakers, but I just wanted to get a signature. I didn't know he was doing signatures after the concert, but I didn't find out until later. So I'm there with this album, and I thought he would maybe sign it real quick, in between songs or something. He grabbed it from me and he kisses it, and then he gives it back to me. And so I got his DNA on my album now.
That's
amazing. You got some Peter Noon spit, huh?
Peter Noon, the original Hermit.
Oh, hey, good morning, Paulo Costa. Good morning,
hey,
sir.
Paulo, how are you, sir?
And Micah Taylor says, I could be wrong, but I think there was a room in the Collinwood house that led to another dimension. Yes, the West Wing, the parallel room, parallel universe room. I remember that.
You remember that episode in Dark Shadows where Barnabas was found, Loomis was
Willie Loomis.
He was taking the bricks out of a wall, and it's Barnabas behind the wall, and he starts screaming, "It's Barnabas!" this? And he acts like a little girl and he's screaming and running around, screaming. We were laughing so hard at that. I can't remember what episode that was, but I
and that
wonder
was
if
early
anybody
on, I think.
remembers that.
Yeah, I think that was early on.
Yeah, maybe when.
Good morning. Good morning, Paulo. Lennon and McCartney signatures? Gasp. Were these in-person signatures, Hans?
No, I got those at there was a record convention in Las Vegas, and I got the what do you call it? The authors the verification that they were signed by them and stuff. And this was a long time ago, back in '92, I think it was. But they're pretty real. I had it verified too by this place in London. They just do it if you put the signatures, send them the signatures, photographs of it. They'll do some research on it and tell you if what the percentages are. If it's like 80% real, they think it is, or 90%. Their estimation was like 95%, genuine.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Thing about that is, I've read a lot of stuff on the Beatles. They said a lot of times they're Mal Evans and what was the other guy that was like one of the roadies and managers? I can't think. But a lot of times, like they had so much stuff to autograph, those guys learned how to like fake their autographs.
Oh yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
You're not thinking of George Martin, their manager, are you?
No, I'm not thinking of George Martin. It was.
Well,
Neil
that's possible, I suppose.
Mal Evans and Neil Aspinall. I read where they learned how to do their signatures, so the Beatles didn't have time to sign everything they wanted to sign. So these guys would like 8 their signatures.
By me, but I don't know. There's got to be a way to find out if it's really genuine.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm pretty positive that it is. They're genuine signatures. I mean, I got the original certificate, authenticity, and then I had to check with this. I forgot what the place is in London. They do signature verification, and they got like thousands of signatures, and they do research on it, and then they give you their idea whether it's 100% real or.
What was the record? What was it?
The album was the Beatles. What was that? 1965. What they did with not Help. The Beatles, Nowhere Man. Nowhere Man.
Oh yeah. That was like
yeah,
that was around the Help era. Yeah, 65. Because Hard Day's Night was 64.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's what that one was.
Yeah, I would say yours is 100% then.
I have to bring all those, do a video one time and bring all those albums and records out. I got stuff from what do you call it? The original Elvis Presley records, Buddy Holly records, and I have Ricky Nelson. I got a rare Ricky Nelson. It's a burgundy color. They say that those are some of the rarest books, 45s, because they were in jukeboxes. And this is a high grade thing. I don't know, but it'd be fun to do that. It's all part of the whole pop culture scene.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see that video. I'm kind of a music guy, so.
Yeah, you are, man. You play the guitar. I know. That's how you got that name, Solid Fourth ST Bend, I think.
Yeah. A lot of people still, they're like, what does that mean? I was like, well, solid 4 ST Bend is solid 4-string bottom end. And just saying solid is, okay, I can play the bass solidly. And bottom end is, goes along with the drums and the bass, bringing in the bottom end of the song. So
I always thought it was a movement of a certain movement that you did with, your
could be, yeah, could be,
I don't know.
Well, you got to be solid on the neck, so it's just.
I don't know the terminology. I always wondered about that, but
yeah, that's the story behind that.
Yeah, I got no musical ability at all, so
I can play a ukulele.
What's that?
I can play a ukulele.
Oh, there you go.
I love that.
As a matter of fact, I wrote a couple of songs about comic books, and I'm gonna be doing it on a video sometime in the future.
That is one I want to see also.
Yeah,
I'll do that when
absolutely.
I'll do that when I show my records, man.
That's funny. I started thinking about maybe doing like a little music thing sometimes on this show. I was like, well, I'll have to figure that out. So
You're calling yourself Captain Rival. I just noticed that. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me.
yeah, just in honor of our
Oh, Captain Rival.
subject today. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you should
you.
have that name all the time.
Oh, all righty. Well, I guess we can show some more books. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with more Hulk this time, except it's gonna be Hulk and the Thing. Everybody knows they've had quite a rivalry, so I just figured I'd show off some of those. And let's see, we got to get them in order here. All right, I'm out of order here. All right, everybody knows that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what a
That's so
great
cool.
cover. Yeah.
Love that one. I love the colors on this.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome, Rod.
Yeah, just the way he did the Hulk, the shades of green and stuff.
Mhm.
Same thing with the Thing too. Just the different shades that they put on it just added so much to it to me. But,
Yeah, that's a great book.
and then of course they met up again a few issues later. Number 25. Somehow the Hulk appears to be have grown some. I'll say he's gruesome. Boom, boom. And then the second part to that one, where Hulk not only takes on the Thing, but everybody else.
Yeah, look at that.
That's cool.
There we go. We're gonna get it. There we go. All right. So, and then we jump to Hulk's own series, 122, the Bronze Age, where he ran into him again and had another little dust up. And I love this cover. I wish I had a better copy. It's 112 of the Fantastic Four, but I love this. I love this cover.
Yeah, that's like the Submariner and Thing cover.
Yes, absolutely. So, and then we go to the World's Greatest Comics magazine, and this is number 5. It's a retelling of that of the Hulk versus Thing, I believe.
Is that a new cover though?
Yes. Yeah. This was actually it was a good series. It was redone. I mean, it was all brand new, but it was retelling of some of those early stories.
Yeah, that was just fascinating. I mean, when you were a kid reading those stories, I mean, the first time the Hulk is battling the Thing, you're going, wow, well, the Thing's going to get the poop knocked out of him by the Hulk, but it was just fun, and fascinating to watch those guys.
Absolutely.
Read those early comics.
Oh, just that's what you lived for. When you go to the spinner rack or you go to the magazine rack and you see Hulk versus the Thing, here's my money. Give it to
me. Take my money, please.
That's it. Rampaging Hulk number 5. Another.
There they are again.
Oh yeah, that's a nice cover.
So,
with a little help from his friends, and this time.
I love this one too. This is just great because I'm a sucker for these close-up covers, and then you got this one here. He's taking it right to the mush, right there.
Oh yeah, he's right in your face.
Yeah, here you go. Take that with you when you go. Boom.
Pieces of rock just flying off of him.
That's it. And then back to Fantastic Four, 166. The first part.
Yeah. Man, I didn't know there were so many. Man, so many encounters.
Oh
between the Hulk and the Thing.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And there's the second part. So, I only went up to like 200 on Fantastic Four, and That was it. I know there's a ton more, that they've got out there.
I guess those two guys fighting together, fighting each other, never grows old.
No. I mean, that is a classic rivalry without a doubt.
Yeah.
So, all right, you wanna show some more, Captain, or you want me to go into the chat, or?
Yeah, why don't you go into the chat? You probably want to catch up on that, maybe. And then
okay, we can do that. Let me just find out where I left off here. So, man, that chat is picked up again. Woo-hoo. Holy mackerel. There we go. All right. I think I'm caught up here. There we go. It was the Lennon and McCartney signatures. Okay. Dr. Vonchilla says, rub a tissue over the signatures and send me the tissue.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, Mastodon Comics says, I think I'm closing in on that episode, Captain. Have about 4 or 5 episodes to go before Barnabas first appears. So he may coming into that Willie Loomis episode.
Oh, that was, I was laughing so hard, man, when I first saw that. My eyes were literally watering.
Michael Taylor says, I remember when you showed your Lennon and McCartney signed photo and showed the Donovan cover that he kissed.
Yeah. That was Herman and the Hermits, I think he's talking about.
Dr. Vonchilla says, Derek.
Yeah, Derek Taylor was Beatles' publicist. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Neil Aspinall.
Yeah, Neil and Mal. Yeah, they were the unofficial 5th and 6th Beatles.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, don't forget about.
There we go. Revolver, my favorite Beatles album.
Fifth guy was Pete Best, the drummer.
Yeah.
You don't remember him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I remember hearing about.
And that guy,
he was there until they kicked him out and got Ringo. Yep.
And don't forget about Stu, the guy that played the bass.
Sutcliffe, yeah.
And he couldn't play. He couldn't really even play. And John Lennon says, "Just pretend." When they were going live, in these little clubs, he said, "Just pretend you're playing."
Yeah, we'll had his back turned most of the time.
Yeah.
He was playing. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Mastodon Comics says Rubber Soul, maybe?
Yeah.
Is that the album?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it is. Rubber Soul.
I can't remember if they were putting no.
It's Rubber Soul. That's the album.
I think it was maybe just a single. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Rubber Soul. That's correct.
I can't go into a Beatles conversion. I just can't. You'll never shut me up, says Dr. Vonchilla.
Hey, same here.
Slapping the bass.
Maya Greenblatt says, slapping the bass.
Yeah, that could be good for the STB part.
Dr. Vonchilla, I can't go into a Beatles conversation. I just did that one, didn't I?
No, that was another similar one.
Was it? I just can't. Rod, I have that Fantastic Voyage book on your spinner rack back there. Oh, yes, this one here. It was a great cartoon. Great cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
The CMDF, Combined Miniature Defense Force. Michael Taylor, my uncle played trombone in the orchestra for the original Star Wars movie.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Only kidding.
Yeah, played with John Williams. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was John Williams, man.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's some high cotton right there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start a band. We can practice in my garage after school, says Meyer.
Yeah, baby. That's what they did.
Yeah.
We had a lot of the great garage bands over here in Chicago, man. Wow.
Yeah.
And Hippies Collectible says Beatles were the reason I learned the guitar.
So we learned something else about hippies.
Yeah.
All right.
Learning all kinds of things today. Hold on a sec.
Bobby wants to say hi.
No.
To everybody.
Yeah. Oh, bye. All right. Maya Greenblatt. As long as we finish by 6 p.m. because my bedtime these days is 8 p.m. I hear you there.
I'm with you. Yeah. Well, it's hard for me to stay up because I'm taking a sleep aid by 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Great FF and Hulk covers. Thank you, sir. And Tom, I became a instrumental musician because of the Beatles.
Oh yeah,
Whatever that means.
I
yeah.
wish
John, he can play several instruments.
Well, I know that, but I didn't even know he played anything. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I always wanted, if I could play one instrument, I always wanted to play the banjo. I just love banjo music.
Yeah,
but
that's cool.
That's never going to happen. That ship has sailed. Excellent, John says, hippie. My mom gets home at 5 and starts yelling, so everyone needs to be cleared out by then. Dr. Monchillo, my green blood, LOL. Paul Costa, so what you're saying is, quote, I'm a simple man. I see character X versus character Y. I buy it. When I was younger, I was a sucker for guest stars. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Always.
They didn't happen as often as they do now. They got crossovers and everything. But Michael Taylor says, my childhood's been around.
Yeah, that made it a little bit more special. It made it a little bit more special when you were a kid. I mean,
yeah,
just like the Justice League and the Justice Society team ups, it came every summer. Yeah, that was a summer event.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. It just didn't happen as often. When it was a big deal when Submariner would show up in Spider-Man, or Iron Man would show up in Daredevil or something like that. It was big news then. Let's see here. Nice book, Doc. Thank you, Michael. Dr. Monchilla. Decades ago, seeing the Silver Surfer doing a guest appearance was very special and a must-have issue. Cool. Yes, sir. Yes, sirree. Man, Bear, Pig. Oh, great to have you here today. You'll want to stick around for the end because we have a little highlight for you, Mr. Man, Bear, Pig. Great. Hello, Fossils. Great Hulk thing comics. Just getting here. We'll catch the replay.
Oh, good. Good.
Michael Taylor. Oh, right, Captain. Herman's Hermits. I forgot. All righty. And Dr. Monchilla says Ellis and I met Pete Best back in 2008. Oh, wow. Literal shivers of excitement.
Wow.
Man, that's awesome. Cool. Yeah.
The original drummer for the Beatles, yeah.
And Michael Taylor says, if you have the original Star Wars soundtrack album, check the music credits. His name is Dave Taylor.
That's awesome.
Wow. Cool.
That's music royalty awesome. Right there.
I don't have that album, but I think maybe now I'll pick it up.
I love cool. This and I love this and hate it at the same time, because every time somebody opens their mouth or puts up a comment, I have to spend money.
That's the way it is, I mean.
Yes, it does. The banjo became my favorite instrument to play. I really rarely pick up an instrument these days, but when I do, it's the banjo. Oh man, I've never heard a sad banjo song.
I wish that he would do it. That John would do a video where he's, can play a little bit of the music, that he's learning.
Yeah, I think he's got some older videos where he's playing guitar and and singing some stuff, or playing guitar, maybe the banjo. I'm not sure. It's been a while, but yeah, I think he had some videos like that.
I gotta check that out because I love the banjo too.
Yeah,
great instrument.
John and I have had some good conversations about music.
Mm-hmm. I believe it.
We got to talk, John. We got to talk you into doing a banjo video. Love to hear it. Love to see it.
Hey, that's an idea. We can. I can pull out my mandolin or my bass, and we can have a little jam session on the show here.
Oh, that would be awesome! Yeah,
and get Hippie on there. Hippie's
there we go.
Oh, that's it. That's it. All-star musical band right there.
Yeah.
So, all righty, we are caught up with the chat. So, which one of you gentlemen would like to show some more comics?
Let's let the captain go.
Yeah, I guess I'll go.
All righty.
Like I said, I didn't have a whole lot of time to, prepare for the. It was like a last minute thing to try to show, rivalries and stuff. So I might
what
be showing you some stuff that isn't really related to that, but
Oh, we're fine with that. Whatever you want to
It-
show, Captain, you go
It's
right
all
ahead and
good.
show it, sir.
It's comic books. It doesn't matter.
That's right. That's right.
don't you just love the sound of someone moving their comics through a box and the mylar, the sound of the mylar?
Got a
One
little
of my
crinkle squeak to it.
It's
What's
like
in the box?
it's like ASMR, you know, so soothing and. Well, I don't. I guess you could kind of call this a rivalry. I don't know. Custer and Sitting Bull, you know, they.
Oh, there you
Rivalry to end all rivalries.
Yeah, and it did too. It's number one from. It was only a one shot, I think, from 1950.
Yeah, well, there wasn't much to
Oh,
do
wow.
after that.
No, he's around
go.
no more.
That's great.
That's it.
And I don't know. There's got a whisk. This is stuff I just got recently. I got this from Gotham City Comics.
Oh, cool.
Whisk Comics number 70. It's not 1946. It's not a
That's awesome.
real extraordinary, exciting cover, but
No, but it's still from
This-
that.
this one is kind of exciting. And remember, Captain Marvel's always fighting, you know, Dr. Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's kind of a rivalry going on there. But
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Marvel Family number 75. I just got this recently.
That's classic.
Yeah.
Those are
That's
awesome
nice.
books.
And number 148.
Oh, that's cool.
Man, hit after hit here.
And then this, where did I get this from? Oh, this one was forgot where I bought this from. The guy, it's Captain Marvel Jr. I thought it was a cool cover with the Witch of Winter.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that one though.
I've never seen
Ugly old cuss
Yeah.
from 1948.
with the pink background like that.
Yeah, nice and pink. I'm gonna pull out this stack. I'm not gonna show them all right away now, but I'll just leave it here. As we move along, I can show stuff. Going back to Harvey. Here's Casper the Friendly Ghost,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
number 13.
That's
Getting ready to go to the beach.
That's great.
Yeah, and you know the Harvey Toons show, cartoons show, it lasted until about until about 62, and then they came up with a new cartoon show, the new Casper cartoon show.
Yep. That's the one I remember.
When it was the
Mhm.
Harvey Toons show, they were showing a lot of mostly the stuff that was already done by Paramount, which is right there, Paramount Pictures, famous studio, Casper the Friendly Ghost, and then they changed it to the Friendly Ghost Casper.
Oh, yeah.
Casper's Ghostland, you know. And then we had these with the Ghostly Trio, and Casper was usually almost always in the story with the Ghostly Trio. And I got something covering there. So that's always, to me, it was always kind of a rivalry between Casper and the Ghostly Trio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that.
Ghostly Trio again.
Oh, making me want to pull out my Harvey box now.
Now Spooky's up there too. You know, they're having a fun rivalry there. Here's Fatso on the cover. Hey, does anybody remember all three names of the Ghostly Trio? Besides Fatso, everybody remembers Fatso.
I do not.
Oh, I can't say as I do either.
I'm ashamed that I do not.
Jasper Ghostland.
So you going to tell us or not, Hans?
Well, I don't know if I should. One of
He's
them
going to make us do our own research now.
One of them is Stinky.
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 Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I always like when they have what Rob was talking about, the little the TV style
lineup.
Yeah, right there.
Oh yeah, that's so cool.
I love that.
You know, you'll never see Spooky. I mean, hot stuff in the cartoons, though.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, let's see. I love these stuff. Oh, I love this. This is a nice black cover.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
That's so cool. Giant size, yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what year this is from. I can't remember now, but oh, this is a nice Halloween cover, sure.
Yeah.
But it's kind of worn. It's worn around the edges. Yeah, you can see.
Probably what, like late 60s, early 70s there?
Oh no, it's earlier than that.
Is it earlier than that? Yeah.
Yeah, let me check it out.
The cover kind of reminds me of one you've shown before, where it's like a Casper's on a train in outer space or something like that, like a choo-choo train in outer space.
This is I think I got that. This is 1961.
61.
Oh,
I wasn't even born yet.
It's got it's got a lot of creasing on the side there, but these black covers are hard to find and really high grade.
Mm-hmm.
But it don't matter to me about the grade. I got the book, it's complete and it's not that bad looking, and I can read it, and that's the main thing. I want to be able to enjoy and read it.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Casper's Ghostland number. What the hell? Oh, here's from 1959, number 3.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, it kind of made I like the thing on the side. It kind of make it look like postage stamps.
Yeah, that's different, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what they did early on before they changed it to. I think that when they,
once they got on TV.
Yeah, once they start. Well, this is from 1960. What did I say? 1961, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But I think they started doing the TV. The new TV show came on in 62, I think. The new Casper cartoon show came on in 62 and lasted till about 1970. Prior to that, it was the Harvey Toon show.
Yeah.
But I think they were starting to do this so people would watch the new TV show.
Right.
Makes sense. Makes
sense.
I love those books. Man, it takes me back.
Here's number 2, Casper's Ghostland.
Oh,
cool.
You
don't see those early Casper books too often.
I got number 1 somewhere, but it's not in here.
And to me, you got to give it to those artists to draw all those characters so consistently and make them look like that in every panel and every story. I know Warren Creamer. I always loved his art on the Harvey stuff. And Ernie Cologne. Yeah, he was a good guy later on for Harvey.
It was the Harvey style, the Harvey House style. It was probably not that difficult, but to draw the characters consistently, I don't think so. But it is nice that they were able to do that. Not like today. I mean,
right? Yeah.
And Casper and the Ghostly Trio.
Oh yeah. And most of the pages were like little bitty panels too, except for maybe like the splash page or something.
Yeah. Well, that's all I'm going to show right here for now, man.
All righty. Excellent. Excellent. All right.
I wish I had, more. Would have started earlier to show the what you were mentioning. You only mentioned it to me the other day about you're going to show Rivalry.
Right.
It's kind of hard for me to
But
go
we
through
don't.
all this stuff. But
I love seeing that. That was fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have to stick to the schedule, Captain. Whatever you want to show, you go right ahead and show, brother.
All righty.
We're not that rigid around here, so
No. We do not hold to that. All right. Dr. Von Chilla says that Witch of Winter, Captain Marvel Jr., is a blazer.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Mike Taylor says, I like those Golden Age Captain Marvel Jr. comic covers. They got some beauties. Maya Greenblatt, silly dead child doesn't even understand his ghost powers.
I wonder if Meyer saw the movie, the Casper movie, when it came out.
That's a different take on it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Dr. Von Chilla says, indeed, Michael Taylor, I love the Captain Marvel Jr. covers. And Hippie's Collectible. Oi, Hippie knew.
Right.
Hippie knew. Way to go, John.
That's so instinctive.
Way to go, Tim.
I feel ashamed that I didn't know that.
Dr. Von Chilla, the ghost of a dead child was an amazingly successful marketing ploy. Think about that for a minute, he says.
Yeah. I'm not sure that I want to.
Let's not dwell on that too much.
Yeah.
All right. Hizzle shizzle, that Casper's Ghostland black cover. OMG. Yeah, that was a beauty.
Yeah.
And Michael Taylor, very nice books, Captain.
Thank you.
Says.
Thank you, sir.
All righty. Well, what do you say, Shannon? You got some more you want to show?
Yeah. Hans kind of inspired me here, so I had to pull a few off the shelf.
All righty.
All right.
So we're going to look at a few more Harvey books here. Here's a 3-pack I got probably like last year sometime.
Oh, yes.
I love those 3-packs, man. And they're not that easy to find either.
Oh, I just recently started seeing several of these on eBay.
What's it, 59 cents?
Yeah, 59 cents.
Wow.
Yeah, you're saving a whole penny off the cover price.
Man, can you imagine 3 books for 59 cents?
Oh, my God. And then you got Audrey and Melvin.
Oh, that reminds me of another rivalry with Little Lulu and Tubby.
Yeah, Little Lulu and Tubby, right.
Cool.
But I always like the characters, you got Melvin and Tiny and Echo and Lucretia. I think in the middle there's a Dot and Dotland book. So yeah, I was really, and they actually themed it, Harvey Girl special. So I always thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen those ones.
And here we have a giant size Wendy Witchworld #2.
Ooh.
Oh, another black cover. Nice.
Wow, that is nice. Look at that. Sparkling. Just
Wendy
sparkling goodness.
Probably,
Nice.
I'm kind of like Hans, probably my 3 favorite. I mean, I love Richie Rich. I love Casper. Probably my 3 favorite Harvey characters, or 4. I would have to say 4. I was really into Sad Sack, Spooky, Hot Stuff, and Stumbo, the giant.
Stumbo, I always love those stories too. I love all of them. I can't,
Yeah, I do too. And I don't have a whole lot of slabs, but these were like really good deals. And I love the covers and books and the characters.
Nothing to be ashamed of. I pick up slabs when they're cheap.
Yeah. A lot of times that's the only time you can grab a book that you want, because so many books are getting entombed now,
Mm-hmm.
This is a Tough Ghost starring Spooky #1.
Oh, wow.
I got that issue, but I don't know if it's that nice of a grade, man. That's great.
Yeah, this is
cool.
It's one of your rainy day covers there, Hans.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I like it too. He got a little date stamp in the middle of his head there.
Yeah.
Of course, you got the great ads on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, sell Christmas cards, sell seeds, sell grit. You can get all these great prizes.
Yeah. I thought about that as a kid a lot of times.
Yeah.
If I wanted to do that, you know.
And a couple more. We got the Devil Kids starring Hot Stuff #6.
Oh,
Another
cool.
nice one. Yeah. Pop.
I usually don't say, talk about how much books cost, but I think I got this for $20.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the same with me. If I can find something in a slab like that for 15, 20, or even 25, I'll pick it up. Why not? I mean, that's almost the cost of the slab.
Yeah, there's the seeds you can sell to get all these great prizes.
Mhm.
And one more, probably one of my highlights of my Harvey collection was rough shape, really rough shape, but Spooky #1.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, but I was on Spooky.
A monkey on there.
Yeah. But I just had that in reverence to Hans. And,
Oh,
Harvey
thank you.
stuff.
I love seeing those books, man. I love seeing those books.
And
Yeah.
you inspired me, Shannon. I forgot that I even had this.
All
There
right,
you
some
go.
more Harveys.
Another
This is
3-pack.
this is only the 2-pack though. This is after they decided to raise the price and take out a book.
Oh, okay. I've never seen
Oh,
those.
So this was
Spooky.
that's Spooky, number 141, and then Hot Stuff, and that is Hot Stuff number 124. So
Oh,
but
that's
I had
Spooky and Hot
forgotten that
Stuff.
I got
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
I'd
you're
forgotten.
killing me here.
Shannon's the one got me started with buying these multi-packs. Man, I never even occurred to me to check those out. But man, I saw
Yeah,
him
that was
flash a couple up there.
yeah, and I've mentioned this a lot before, but 3 of my favorite books was like all in one 3-pack when I was a kid. I got Shazam #5, Superboy 197, and Batman 251, all in a 3-pack.
Oh, nice. Jeez.
I got
So, I
stuff
forget.
falling down all over the place.
What's that, Captain?
I got stuff falling down all over the place.
That never happens to me.
No.
I knew I had this in there.
It's never usually one thing that falls down around here. It's domino effect.
I think I might have shown this one time in an episode. You're bringing out all these different.
Oh yeah, I know you had some of Charlton's.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever seen those.
Yeah.
Yep.
4 for 98 cents.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've never seen one for sale.
Yeah, that's great.
Cool.
I don't know what's in between there. I mean, I could probably figure it out, but
Yeah, that's great.
sometimes you're tempted to take them out of the bag, but I don't know, because the plastic bags that they put them in, it's not really that great for the paper, I guess.
Yeah, they're kind of flimsy.
You're kind of stuck with that. I don't know. Pretty nice condition, though. Yeah, I remember the time I ruined somebody's comic book. I just remember the story when we lived in Lakeview, and my father's that Redstone 3-brick building I told you about. We were on the first floor, and on the third floor there was one of my best friends, Reinhold, moved up there. They were from Austria. And we used to come out, on like Saturday morning, Sunday mornings, sit on the front stoop, reading comic books and drinking a soda pop, and just, maybe looking at our models that we were going to build and things like that. And I think it was I can't remember if it was a Saturday or a Sunday. I think it was a Saturday after maybe around 11 o'clock. Early in the morning, it was kind of drizzling, and then the sun came out. So things were still a little bit wet, but dry enough, to sit on the stoop, and the sun was coming out. And we had this tree, an elm tree in front of the house. And next to the elm tree was this big roses of Sharon bush, with the flowers on it, and they kind of close up. And So we're over there and on the stoop, you know, and there's these bees that are going inside the flower as they close up, you know, and then they open up a little bit, you know, when the sun starts coming out again. So he Rhino goes over there. He's got his little lederhosen pants on, you know, and stuff like that. And he goes over there and the bee's inside and he closes it up all the way at the end of the flower, you know, and pulls it off. So look, I got the bee in here. I got the bee in here, you know. And then he drops it, and then the bee starts coming out, you know, and it starts buzzing him around the head, and he starts screaming. He's going like this. He's telling me, "Do something, help me, do something." I took a comic book and I roll it up, you know, and I'm going over there and I'm smacking the bee, you know, trying to get it off of his head, and it goes into his hair, you know, and then I hit him on the head with it, and the bee finally is off of him and it falls down, you know, it's kind of stunned, and he starts stepping on it and stepping on it, and he wouldn't stop stepping on it. He was so mad, you know. I said, I think you killed it. You don't have to step on it no more. And then he looks at me, then he looks at the comic book, you know, and he points his finger at it like that. He said, "Is that my comic book?" I said, "Yeah, it was a green." I said, "Yeah, it's a Green Lantern. What do you expect me to do? Use mine?" Oh, you ruined it. It was a Green Lantern comic book. I ruined his Green Lantern comic book.
Oh man.
Oh, I'll never forget that, you know, when he pointed at it. "Is that my comic book?" After I just saved him from being stung by a bee.
Right. That's some serious
It's these
childhood
little things, you know,
trauma
I don't know
right
why, you know, you remember silly things like that, incidences like this, but I just remembered it, you know, thought it was
Yeah.
funny.
It's
All right,
funny
well,
the things that stick with you when you're from your childhood, isn't it?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That's
Well, I'm going
makes
to take
sense.
it one last peek here at the peanut gallery. Let's see what folks are saying. Let's see here. All righty. Michael Taylor says, "Very nice books, Captain." Dr. Von Chilla says, "A Harvey's Girls 3-pack. Gasp. I've never seen one of those before."
I'd never seen
It's
one either,
awesome.
John, until I
Neither
saw
have
that.
I,
And
especially when it was catering to the girls. I haven't never saw that before.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
I'd
a
never seen one either until I got that. Thanks, Michael.
3-pack. Very cool, says Michael. Awesome. Dr. Manchilla, "Oh, shizzle, Wendy Witch World. That book will be mine."
Yes, spend that money.
That's it. Sounds like the hunt's beginning. Michael Taylor says, "Slabs. I hope Gratu's not watching." Oh, all right. Michael Taylor, "I can hear the sound of slabs cracking. LOL," says Dr. Manchilla. Maya Greenblatt, "Hot stuff actually spawn of Satan?"
No.
You decide. Michael Taylor says,
Right.
"Nice book, Shannon."
Thanks, sir.
And Dr. Von Chilla says, "All you Harvey guys are killing me today."
Ay, caramba.
Yeah.
Ranger Sly says, "I only recently got into Harveys because the captain would show them on his channel. I favor Little Dot because of the often clever cover designs."
Yeah. The gimmicky
Oh, yeah,
kind of
covers are great.
gag covers are great.
Yep. Michael Taylor says, "I think I speak for everyone when I say I love those 3-packs. Absolutely, man. Dr. Von Chilla, "Yep, Shannon, that's the 3-pack my dad brought home for me, too. My first copy of Batman 251.
Yeah.
Awesome."
I still got my original too.
Hippies Collectible says, "Uh-oh, romantic books. LOL."
Yeah. In case nobody's aware, Hippie's not a fan of romance comics.
Uh-oh. Hippies Collectibles 251. Awesome Joker cover. Dr. Von Chilla says, "I'm repeating myself, but my sisters were the demons that instilled in me a love for romance books." LOL.
Eric Breen has a great love of the romance.
Yes. Michael Taylor, "It's not the same, but I think Walmart is selling their versions of comic book packs." Yeah, they were for a while. I don't know if they still are or not.
Yeah, they did for a while. I have some of those.
That's a great story, Captain, says Michael Taylor. And Maya Greenblatt, my life has been filled with Reinholds. I don't know what that means.
Well, that was the guy that lived on the third floor. He's one of my best friends, you know.
Dr. Vangilla, strip away. Its reputation in Batman 251 is still easily one of the greatest single issues of the entire 70s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's still one of my favorite stories, and for a lot of reasons. Yeah.
Hippies Collectibles, agreed, John. And Gratu says, I'm watching.
I'm watching you.
That's it. Mastodon Comics and Music. PH, good, you're still on. I lost power. LOL.
Oh, I wouldn't be laughing about that.
Yeah. Where's
No,
Mastodon from? Because we've been having that same thing here in Kentucky. We had like 65 mile per hour winds last night. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't, had any flickers going on here with the storm outside right now. Drop a foot of snow on us. Thank you very much.
Pretty lucky over here so far.
Oh, hey,
Hey,
Howler Mouse. How you doing, Tim?
Hey,
Enjoyed
Tim,
listening
how
to you
are
guys.
you,
Enjoyed listening to you guys this morning. Very fun show. Absolutely. It was
Thank you, Tim.
very fun. LOL from Hippies Collectibles. Hey, Howler. And Dr. Vanchilla. That's a great 3-pack. This is Michael. And Yo Tim from Hippies Collectibles and Ranger Sly. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Peanut Gallery doesn't cost anything. Well, thank you very much, Ranger. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Ranger.
So, and Mastodon says, Dr. Vanchilla, the opening of that story was amazing.
Oh, yeah. Got the Joker driving in a car while it's raining, and he's got the big creepy smile on his face.
Central PA they just flickered. Keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah,
a lot of people from PA. Him and John and Go Key Geezer, they're all from PA.
I haven't seen him around for a while. Go Key Geezer.
Yeah, he'll pop in once in a while, and then you won't see him for a while. So
All right, we are caught up in the chat. So, and we are at the 12 o'clock time. So
noon mark, eh?
Well, so Captain, do you got any parting wisdom you'd like to leave with us and our audience?
Any parting wisdom? I don't know about that, man.
Well, probably take 10 episodes to hear all his good stories.
Yeah, never hurts to start collecting Harvey comics, that's for sure.
Well,
buy Harvey comics. That's some wisdom,
yeah.
I hope this won't be your only appearance with us because we love having you on. Been looking forward to it, and Mister, you don't disappoint.
I love being on. I like to be on again. Just let me know.
Absolutely.
Been a pleasure and an honor having you on, Hans.
Yes, sir. You guys let me be on. I'm grateful for that.
Really appreciate it.
Time flies, man. I didn't know. Was it 2 hours?
It does. I was like,
2 hours.
2 hours already gone.
Wow.
Yeah, the fastest 2 hours in comic book talk, I think.
Seems like it's only been like an hour. It's been 2 hours. Yeah, it's been 2 hours, man. Damn.
If you knew how many times Shannon and I have said, wow, I hope we can stretch this to 2 hours, and it never winds up being a problem. It goes by like that.
Yeah.
But yes, we greatly appreciate you coming in and spending some time with us, man.
Yeah, we really do.
Well, so do I. I appreciate you guys having me, for sure.
Well, all righty.
Love to be on again.
Oh, well, definitely.
We'll definitely be here.
You won't have to twist our arm, mister.
Yeah, we're planning on having some other guys on, and but we wanted to make sure that you were the first one because you were, we've talked about this before. You were our YouTube inspiration.
Hell, that's too many.
Very instrumental in getting us in this.
Well, I'm glad you guys are in it, man. I'm happy that there's other people that have the same interests as I do. So
Yeah. Well, before I got on YouTube, you think like, well, I'm like the only guy that's a geek or a nerd or like collects comic books, and then I started seeing all you and all these other people. I was telling Rod, I saw you first, and I think I saw Hippie's channel and Howler Mouse and Damien Sleepy Readers.
Sleepy Reader 666. Yeah.
Scott, of course, your good friend Scott, our friend,
right?
Star.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and just a bunch of guys.
Great
And
legend.
wow, there really is more people like me. So it was a great discovery.
Yeah, it's nice to have people, a little bit. For me, it's nice to have people a little bit closer to my age. Not not that close, but I don't think I think the only one that's older than me is I don't know if I should say it, but I think it's Hippie's the only guy that's a little older than me, or maybe he's my age. I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Eric Breen.
No, Eric Breen. He's a young man. He's a young man.
That was for you, Eric.
Eric Breen is a spring chicken.
Oh, I love Eric. Eric's
I'm
awesome.
hoping speaking of Eric, I'm hoping to see him here in a few weeks. They're having our big Comic-Con in Lexington, Kentucky, and Comic Book World is always there. So I'm kind of hoping I'll see him when I go for that comic night. And maybe I think Bub's Comics talked about he was going to be there, and maybe Jambo. I'm not sure because it's kind of funny.
Are you guys off
Jambo probably lives about 40 minutes from me.
Wow.
And I think Bub's probably an hour. And we've never
got
got
all around
together
the
yet.
same area, huh?
Yeah, and then Eric is in Florence. He's probably about an hour and a half away. So we're just we'll maybe try to see all those guys if they're able to show up.
I wonder how far I am away from that if I drove from Chicago to your area. No,
that's probably 5 hours.
Yeah,
5 or 6 hours.
I was going to say good 4 or 5 hours. Yeah.
It's a good show. I mean, it's 4 days, but
I hope you guys do some filming if you get together, man.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yep.
Do like a little video you can post.
Sure, absolutely.
That would be cool. So, well, all righty then. I guess we're gonna call it a day.
I hate to go, but
we're gonna. Whoops! What did I do? There we go. All right. So this week we've got the community channel of the week, and it is Man Bear Pig. So I'm gonna play the little thing about his channel. So hold on. Okay.
That is so cool that you do that, man. That is so wonderful.
Yeah, just try to give back a little bit because people have always been nice to both Shannon and I all along the way. So anytime we can help, we do it. So
that's great.
Yeah. Great. So all right, that's it. Anybody got any last words?
No, just it was a pleasure to have Hans on here. I mean, and time went too fast. We'll definitely have to have you on again.
That's it. We should have done a 3-hour extravaganza.
Yeah, maybe another time.
We'll keep it in mind because we're definitely going to have you back on without a doubt. So I appreciate it again.
You let me know and I'll get stuff ready and prepare myself a little bit more.
You got it. All right, folks. Thank everybody in the Peanut Gallery for joining us this week again. Thank you all very, very much. We love to have you guys in the chat there and share your stories and comments and everything with us. Believe me, it makes the show. It really does. We really appreciate it all.
Just let me say, I almost said what Hippie's Collectible was going to say. Collect what you like and love what you collect.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
words to live by.
Words to live by, yes, sir. Well, okay. I want to thank everybody for watching and commenting, and thank you guys again for having me on.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. You guys have a great weekend. What's left of it.
Till next week. We'll see you next Saturday morning, 10 o'clock. Everybody have a great week. Take care now.
I'm still here.
Good time.
That's
Oh,
because I could never hit that